Disney's plans to crack down on password sharing is raising concerns about subscribers and revenue. But if Netflix's history is any indication, Disney will do just fine. Our next guest says the percentage of Netflix users may have dropped, but the company did add more than 8 million members in North America over the past year. Meanwhile, revenue up 17% in the first quarter, and he sees meaningful streaming profits ahead for Disney as well. Joining us now with more on the new streaming playbook is Ben Swinburne, head of U.S. media research at Morgan Stanley. Ben, welcome. The password sharing does not seem to have dented Netflix all that much, which must hearten some of the other companies that are considering doing this.
Yeah, I would say financially, Tyler, it's really worked out well. A couple years ago, Netflix wasn't growing. One of the ways they talked about accelerating growth was identifying that over 100 million homes around the world were using Netflix without paying for it effectively. And by the looks of their results for the last year, they've had a lot of success converting a lot of those users into paid subscriptions or extra members. And you read the results yourself. The best North American net adds quarter that they've had since 2015 was reported last week. So it seems like it's working really well for them.
Would you say that those great net adds that they had in the first quarter came largely from the password crackdown, or was it organic? How would you sliver that up? You get the import of my question.
Yeah, of course, and it's an important one. I mean, I think, look, Netflix is about a year in. They literally started really implementing paid sharing about a year ago now. So we think that the benefits to net adds probably peaked a year ago, and they've been moderating since. When you look at 2023 and 2024, these are a couple years now that look like Netflix will add somewhere around 30 million members a year. That is well beyond paid sharing. Some of the content they had in the first quarter, Three Body Problem, as an example, I think really demonstrates that the core part of the product is working in the market. And one of the things we've written a lot about is just the fact that everybody in streaming is raising prices. So the market's become less competitive for Netflix as the leader, and I think that's helping them as well.
Does the fact that Netflix is sort of doing away with the subscription numbers as a featured metric, does that take some of the pressure off some of its competitors? Because they don't have to measure up to, everybody benchmarks off of what Netflix was doing.
Yeah, it's not a bad point at all. I mean, I think so this will happen next year, right? So probably this time next year will be the first quarter Netflix will report without giving us a specific member number. I think they'll still give us some qualitative commentary around it. But yeah, look, I think over the long term, this is a disclosure shift that you may see adopted around the industry. Streaming is maturing, particularly in the U.S. And I think what Netflix is focused on, their North Star, is revenue and profits. And frankly, that should be, and I think is, the North Star around the industry. So this could be the beginning of a shift in disclosure over time across the sector. I don't have any expectation of any changes anywhere else anytime soon, however.
We've got all of these streamers out there. We've got the Netflix, we got your Disney, we got your Warner Brothers, we got your Comcast, your Peacocks, we got all of this. In the end, 5 years from now, Ben, how many real winners are there likely to be? And which will they be?
Well, look, Netflix is pretty clear. I don't think we're making a lot of news here by describing them as a winner. They're generating
perfect. They're like the Dodgers. They're going to be good every year.
Yeah, or I'll go with the Yankees if you don't mind. But yes, look, we think Disney is quarters away from meaningful profitability. Warner Brothers Max also kind of knocking on the door of kind of annual profitability for their business as well. But after that, the rest of the players are still losing lots of money. So I think after we get through those, call it 2 to 3, real question marks remain.
Real question marks. Well, appreciate the clarity of the call there. Ben Swinburne, Morgan Stanley, thanks very much. We'll see you again soon.